Happy anniversary to the Bow Island Evangelical Free Church. Norma and I came to Bow Island in the summer of 1998 after a somewhat difficult time in the life of the church, and we were there for the next 11 plus years. Our purpose and goal was hopefully to bring just some stability and take the theme of steady as she goes, and those of you who were there 20 years ago will have to decide whether or not that happened. We look back on those 11 years with great fondness. We're so thankful for the encouragement so many of you were to us in words and in actions, and we're grateful for that. A number of changes happened during those years. We went from broadcasting just locally in the community on the community channel to seeing changes in the cable system, so that eventually at various times the programming, the services were seen in Medicine Hat and Tabor and Brooks, and we would get occasional comments, letters, comments, even a visit one time from people who saw the service from some of those communities. And it made it clear that the ministry of the Bow Island Evangelical Free Church was reaching way beyond the walls of the church. And we were grateful for that opportunity as well. Also during those years, I was able to take 2 trips to Haiti, and because of the generosity of people in the church, the first trip for me was possible, and on the second trip, Norma was able to join both a construction trip and then later teaching a course in the seminary there. And we got to see and experience the field where Les and Ruth Babcock spent so many years of their ministry, and also meet some wonderful Haitian brothers and sisters, and that was a great blessing. Spending 11 years as pastor there, and then the years since retiring in 2009 here in the area, in Tabor and now in Medicine Hat, we've been able to kind of keep an eye on the church and hear what's happening there. It's been a great blessing and joy to see those who were youth or even children when we arrived in 1998 grow up, and many with families of their own, going on, trying to raise their children in the nurture and admonition of the Lord, serving in the church, even taking leadership positions in the church. And that's a great blessing to see that. I realized that for that generation, much of the ministry was not mine. I hope I had a role, but much of it was because of the ministry of Roger Lobb, who served as associate pastor with me for 10 of those 11 years. And I'm also thankful for the opportunity to serve with Roger. He proved to be a good sounding board, source of sound advice, and a good friend, and something to be very thankful for. Not everything was roses and cotton candy during those years, of course, but we look back on them with great gratitude for what God has done, and the experience of sharing in nearly 15% of the life of the church. And it's our prayer that as you go forward as a church, God will continue to use the Bow Island Evangelical Free Church as a witness in the community, but also a place where the Word of God is taught and people can grow in their faith and raise their families to know the Lord and love the Lord as well. So it's with gratitude that we share with you today and celebrate this day, anticipate the future, and we'll be praying that God continues to use you and direct your steps and build the kingdom because you're there. So thank you for the blessing you've been in our lives, and God bless you in the years ahead.